What's up, Anchor family? What's up, Spotify family, iHeartRadio family, podcast family? What's up, Amazon Music family? Shout out to all the podcasts out there, man. What's up, man? How we doing on this Sunday morning, man? Shout out to everybody that's tapping into the podcast as well, man. Appreciate y'all. But it's Sunday morning, man. How we doing mentally? How do we wake up feeling, man? Like, where are our thoughts at? Like, where are our thoughts at? Are our thoughts aligned up with our purpose, man? Physically, are we eating right? Like I said, I snack a lot, but are we eating right? Mentally, what are you putting in your mind? And spiritually, what are your practices? Like, what do you do when you wake up spiritually for as what you follow? But it is Sunday morning, man, and I am an author of several books. The fourth book will be dropping sometime this year, no set date. But I'm author of From the Hood to the Church, which can be found on Amazon. That's a memoir of my life. I did the ebook From the Hood to the Church and Mutated. I did a children's book called Dad, Where's My Fish? It's a children's story of a boy who was obsessed with his fish, or who liked his fish, and one of them was missing, and Dad, Where's My Fish? But this next book I'm gonna drop, Diamond and the Baby Husky, man, this is a children's book. It got a good storyline behind it. I love being creative, man. I do it for y'all, but man, let's go, man. It's Sunday morning, man. Part of MDC, My Lady Choice Social Amazing Company. I'm finna start back promoting and pushing that. Like, it's an easy opportunity. Like, what I mean by easy opportunity, I'm glad you asked. You ain't gotta work hard with this opportunity, because the Josh, Jenna, and the team at MDC, they creating everything for you. Will is already created for us, your website, etc., etc. For us to shop, they already got content where you can just basically share it. But work, it's easy, man. It's easy peasy, easy money. But let me get to this message. It's Sunday morning, man. Let me get to this message. It's Sunday morning, like, and I'm a type. I like nature, right? I like going in nature. I like looking at the birds and just the animals. But I really watch the birds, man, because they wise, man. Like, and they think smart. Like, you see some of them flying in packs. You see some birds in the front. You see some in the back. But the ones that's in the front is the ones that usually get the worm, or usually get the outcome they're looking for. That's why I'm gonna title this "Early Bird Get the Worm," right? If you think about that, it's basically a subliminal message of life too. Even though we probably watch movies, even if you're a nature person, you like going around nature, you know what I'm talking about. When you see birds that's flying packs, you always see that one that's doing his own thing, or you see birds when they are eating, but you see that one that's always doing his own thing. Or let me give you another example of ducks. I consider that a bird too, and I like feeding ducks. I have fed ducks in the past, and give them bread. But I'm just saying, it's still gonna time what I'm saying. Give them bread. And the ones that always in the front are always, they use the ones that get it. Even though ducks roam, or I say roam, they in packs. But it's always that one that'll swim off or hurry up and get with the bread or whatever. That's why I say the early bird get the worm. And you gotta think about that in life when it comes to your success. If you are early, if you are early reading your books, doing what you gotta do, working on your mind, being ahead of the game, like you normally used to get up at 5, get up at 3. Try getting up at 3, 2 hours early. Early bird get the worm, because you'll be ahead of the game. You already got your morning routine out the way. You already did your affirmations, your meditations, and whatever your morning routine is. You already got that out the way. So you ready to show up and conquer the world. Before I said the early bird get the world, you got people that probably start their day like at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, bro, you done missed the whole fucking day for real. Like, I say the early bird get the worm, but think about it. If I said a missed opportunity, it's not a missed opportunity. Think about it. The early bird get the worm. It's like if you work a 9 to 5, and I'm not ashamed to say I work a 9 to 5. I'm an author. I'm a podcast. I got a lot of other doors about to open going on, but I'm on my way to be successful in all the 4 areas. Y'all heard me speak on that. The 4 areas of self-employed, business owner, investor. But that's not the subject. That's not what I'm speaking on. Early bird get the worm. And I'm thinking, like, if you work, like I said, you working a 9 to 5. If you got to be scheduled at 2 or whatever, and they ask you to come in early, or can you cover this shift? Do it. Early bird get the worm. It's gonna all pay off. It's gonna pay off in the end. That's what I'm saying. Success, when it comes to success, early bird get the worm. The earlier you get up and grind and do what you gotta do, you already gonna be ahead of the game. And one thing I can say, do not compare yourself with nobody else that's doing what you got going on. Don't compare yourself. You just stay in your own lane, but you just gotta show up. You gotta show up early. In life, you gotta show up early. You never heard the saying, they be like, you early for the day but late for tomorrow? Because the early bird do get the worm. That saying is for real. Like, you gotta, even if you schedule for this, show up early. I'm telling you, this opportunity, you might get the opportunity. Or you might schedule to be somewhere at a certain time, but you come early, and it no matter what it is, they be like, oh, this person a good fit, they came early, they professional today, because first person is best impression, and they go with you. What I'm saying, early bird get the worm, man. That's something we all gotta think about. That's something I had to think about, because don't get me wrong, I'm good with my time, but I wasn't always good with my time. That makes sense. And what do I mean by that? I'm glad you asked. I was always good with my time, but it was people that around me that was causing me to be off or not on time just because you gotta wait on this person or just because you gotta wait on that person. So that's why, just say you gotta analyze your circle. You gotta be around people that want to get that early worm, right? Want to be the early bird. Want to get it done. Want to succeed in life. Want to get up, be part of the 3 a.m. club. And don't get me wrong, you got a lot of people that be listening to this podcast. I know a lot of people out here that tap in, got a lot going on in life, like probably working a job, taking care of family. I get it. I understand. You get exhausted. I understand. But I hear a lot of greats say, you got to work hard on yourself, then your job, your business, than anything in life. You got to work hard on yourself. So sometimes you got to put your body in there overtime. But don't get me wrong, resting resets your it reset everything. You got to get that rest. So however your schedule is, you got to fit that rest in, because that's the only way you're gonna do a great reset. But the early bird do get the worm, man. Like if you show the place early, you might get the opportunity. You might get that promotion. You might get that part in that script, because I'm gonna become an actor too. Or you might become that extra in this movie just because the audition was probably at 5 p.m. but you came at like 3 p.m. or like an hour early, and they seen your energy and they was like, you know what? Just off your energy, we're gonna give you this part. We're gonna give you a part in this movie. Man, life happens. You never know what's gonna happen. That's why I say the early bird always gets the worm. And I'm gonna go back to the ducks and the birds. You look at it. The bird is out in front, get the worm, like, cause I like nature, bird watching. I like animals, but when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to life, man, early bird gets the worm. Like, arrive extra, arrive an hour early or something. You know, you got a schedule to be somewhere. Even if you don't think it's gonna pay off, eventually it's gonna pay off. Cause just because you don't think it's pay off, it's not working. It's people watching. Like, people are always watching. People are always studying you. Like, seeing like what this person lasts on her, or can I put them in a position to do that, or would they be a good fit to take over this branch or office or side of this business that's expanded in Dubai or what? Come on now, you're just throwing this up out there. That's why I say on this Sunday morning, hear me out. The early bird gets the worm. The early bird gets the worm. Be part of the 3 a.m. club. Get your mind work together, because mind food is very important. Don't get me wrong, physical food is less important than mind food. Your mind and your thoughts can take you far in life. Don't get me wrong, you can survive without food. You can just, I don't know how many hours, but I know you can survive with only water for a short period of time. But you know how far the mind can go when you put the right things in there? So I say the early bird get the worm, man. Be part of that 3 a.m. club. Show up to places hours or 30 minutes early. Like, come on, man. Because it's going to all play off. That's why I say the early bird get the worm. And that's something I had to really realize in life growing up. Once I started just showing up to places early and start letting people know that I'm here, I'm loyal, I'm part of the team, a lot of doors been open. Even though a lot of them doors might seem closed, But a missed opportunity is not a missed opportunity because I was an early bird. And everything I did in the past of me showing up on time, me staying over or doing extra because I was the early bird, it all played a part in my success now, in my future success now. That's all I'm saying, man. Sometimes you gotta be at a place early. Sometimes you gotta do something early. Like the early bird always with the worm. Like sometimes you might wanna pay your car note early. I don't gotta pay no car note. But sometimes you wanna, cause my car is mine. But sometimes you wanna pay your car note early, or you probably wanna pay your rent early, or I'm just saying early bird get the worm. Cause when people see you arriving early, you doing what you gotta do, they looking at all that. That's why I did an episode called the Time is Important Commodity. Cause it is, but the early bird always get the worm. The early bird always get the success he wanted in life when he show up. The early bird always get the promotion at a job when they show up. The early bird would always be a person somebody want to work with, especially if you got good work ethic and they see you use your time wise. The early bird would always stay on top if the early bird continue to do what he got to do, or she continue to do what he got to do, or if they continue to do what they got to do. Peace and blessings, y'all.